right, welcome to this video, guys. In this video we're going to talk about how to generate your first 100 leads. All right, I want to quickly show you a strategy you can use to generate your first 100 leads. One of the biggest problem you will have to face in selling products on the internet is being able to attract quality clients over and over and over again. So in business, we are taught that for you to make a lot of money, you have to have few things that must be consistent. Number one, you have to have the constant inflow of customers. Customers must be walking into your business, and then our business should be able to have a system, let's call this the system, that would convert each person that walks in and give us what we want, which is the money. So this is revenue, okay? And for this to consistently happen, we need to make sure we are finding our dream customers, okay? Our dream customers. So, but let's quickly talk about how to attract our dream customers, because what we want to achieve is that for every part of our business, for every kind of business you run, you want to ensure that you are consistently driving the kind of customers that you need for your business, and of course, they're helping you generate the revenue that you want. So today we're going to talk about how to generate our first 100 hot leads, okay? Hot, let's call it hot leads. Our first 100. So I always start with this principle of, if you can get your first 100 correctly, then you can actually get everything right. Or you just need to have your first 100 customers who are going to come into your business and buy your product. If you can get the first 100 correctly, then you can use the principle of doubling down to replicate it over and over and over and over again. So let's talk about how it works. This is how the whole process works. We have to have 3 systems. Number 1 system is the attraction system, okay, where we attract. Let's call it AT. The next part is where we nurture them. Let's call it NU. And the next part is where we close them, because we don't just want to have customers coming into our business, right? We want to have customers who are going to come into the business and of course buy the product. So in the closing system is where we actually make the money. This is where the money bag is, right? So, but this is what forms a framework that I call the ATNUC framework. Now, the ATNUC framework is basically attraction, nurturing, and closing. Now, I formed this framework some years back from all of the experiences I've gathered selling products on the internet, selling different kinds of products. And I've used this framework alone to generate a lot of sales for myself, and my students have also done that. So, but I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek into the attraction, nurturing, and closing framework, which is the ATNUC framework, right? So let's say, for example, you sell any kind of product. The first point of call is for us to build our attraction system. So let's talk about attraction. This is the first part of the whole framework, okay? The attraction system. So what is our attraction system? There is a full-blown scientific approach to this. I've taught this extensively in one of my physical trainings. I think the video is on one of my sites. The last conference I did, which is the 360 Internet Entrepreneurs Conference, I taught the full science behind it. But let me just show you something that you can pick up right now and begin to apply it in your business and see a lot of results for yourself. So in the attraction framework, our goal is to attract our dream customer. So we're going to use a system called the problem breakdown. Okay. So in problem breakdown, we have just one assignment. In problem breakdown system, the only goal we have is to use story. This is one approach to it. There are a lot of approaches to it. Use storytelling to explain the problem. Now, we use storytelling in this step to explain the problem. So the story could be a story. What kind of product do we use now? Let's use someone who is selling a coaching program. Okay, a coaching program. What kind of coaching program do we look out for? A fitness coaching program. A fitness coaching program. So this is our interest. So someone that is selling a fitness coaching program, and how can we use storytelling to explain this? So I pick a case study. Okay, most times it's called case study in the industry. I pick a case study of someone who had lost like 20 kg or whatever it's called. I'm not really into fitness, but let's say 20 pounds of weight, right? So let's tell a story. So this is let's tell a story of a lady called Juliet. So this is Juliet. So I start by telling you Juliet had XYZ pounds of weight. Okay, now this is the problem, but I have to make the problem critical. There's what we call the PASS framework. Okay, PASS framework. I'm sure if you're consistent in this industry, you must have heard about the PASS framework. The PASS framework is problem, agitation, solution. So in our storytelling, we have to consistently use this framework called the PASS framework. So we state the problem, XYZ pounds of weight. This is the problem. Agitate, how she suffered, okay? Suffered XYZ issue because of her weight, okay? Because of her weight, right? Now, we talk about that. We agitate how this issue would have led, how the issue would have costed her XYZ. So that means that I'm going to just create stuff from top of my head. So she suffered XYZ issue because she had XYZ pounds of weight. And this issue could have led to a massive surgery that would have cost 10 million, whatever amount of money, or would have even led to her having a cardiac arrest. Whatever issue it is, this is agitating on the problem. And then, but the solution was now she used XYZ framework. She used XYZ product. She used XYZ strategy that I showed her, okay, in XYZ place, and then she lost 20 kg. Now, this is a storyline which we are using to offer and talk about, remember, the problem breakdown. We are breaking down the problem. We are ideally just telling our customers that this is a problem you have, and it's very, very possible for us to solve this problem for you. So, but we're not telling them straight up, oh, we are not saying, oh, if you have extra weight and you want to lose weight, join my coaching program. But we're actually going to communicate that through the story. So at the end of it, we're going to give them a clear call to action. Okay, I am organizing a webinar. I'm organizing a training. This is now our CTA, where I will show you exactly what Juliet did, all right, that made her lose 20 pounds of weight. Now, this is our problem breakdown. Remember, the goal is to move them through our attraction system. So our attraction system strategy for this case is to use the problem breakdown strategy, okay? And then not just use the problem breakdown strategy, but to pick a unique strategy in problem breakdown, which is storytelling, okay? And then inside of it, we are trying to drive them to our unique offer. Now, this is where it becomes crazier. Now, when you are going to give them a CTA to tell them to, hey, join my webinar, join my training, join this XYZ stuff, the goal of doing that is to deconstruct. In programming, we call it deconstruction of objects, right? The goal of that is for us actually to bring people who have interest in our product, bring them one step closer, and then educate them on the goal. So we could call it the first instant nurturing, right? The first instant nurturing. There are people that will need four-step nurturing process. The people that will need more for them to actually buy your product. But let's bring them to the webinar. But when you're going to create the webinar, you are not going to say, okay, join my webinar is one offer, okay, where they will learn the strategy, right? This is one. But what else are they going to get? Can they get a handbook? Okay, a handbook that will show them how to execute this even after the webinar. Can they get a free chart? Can they get a meal plan system? I'm talking about the fitness guy. Can they get 7 days free trial to your fitness app or fitness program? So you have to create an offer around it. And the goal to do this is to make it irresistible. All right, let's clean up that a little bit. Make the whole offer irresistible. At this stage, I'm actually not selling them anything, but I want them to see the need, to see the need to show up. What we want them to do is to show up. When they now show up, we have fulfilled the attraction system. Now, if we had if we had 500 people who are within our reach, whether it's through ad, organically, or whatever, and we have set up this kind of system, we have to tighten it, and then we have 50 people register. And if we're able to pull the 50 people to show up and have 10 to 20% conversion rate, business is done. Now, the beauty of this attraction system is that it filters and only provides you with hot leads. Because the problem people have consistently is that they drive a lot of leads and they don't drive a lot of hot leads. So what we want to do is to make sure we drive leads, but we want to drive hot leads. Leads that will not give us a lot of issue to close. Okay, so this is how you can generate your first 100 leads using the attraction system. Right? I tried as much as possible to make this video very short, and I'm sure you guys learned something. Make sure you apply it. But the next phase of achieving this is, how do I now convert everything on this paper, on these schematics that Joshua Mba has done? How do I translate it? So when you create your content, I've already told you how to use storytelling. You create your content. Let's use case study Twitter. Okay, we are going to use Twitter, or maybe X, the X app, which is the new name, right? And we write our story. Okay, we need to send them to somewhere. We have to collect their information, right? And then get them ready for the live class, for the live training, and all of that, and send them link to the class, send them access to all of the promises we have made. So, and then it will be way easier for us to nurture them, right? And then close them, right? And that is where, this is exactly where a software called Salesforce comes in. Now, let me show you guys what Salesforce is. Look at this. Now, Salesforce is a software we built that is going to help you achieve this with ease. So let me show you an example. You have created your content on Twitter, but we need to collect their information easily. We need to collect their information, that's their name, email, and WhatsApp number, or whatever other information you want to do. So you log into your Salesforce account, just go to www.salesforce.com, create your account, and set up. Very easy step. Probably will take you just less than 1 minute to set up your account. You go to lead generation. You go to lists. All right? You go to list. You create a list. I have a list that I've created here that currently has over 335 leads. This is less than 24 hours. I've generated over 300 leads. Hot leads, not just random leads. Hot leads ready to be closed, not short and closed for an offer. You click on create a list. You type in the list name you want. You type whatever you want to call your list. Go to forms. Go back to forms. Create a form. Call your form whatever form. It could be a lead form or a sales form. If you want to collect more input field, you could collect more input field, if you want to. But if you just want to use a lead form, use a lead form and collect email, phone number, and WhatsApp. You could decide to hide any of these ones if you don't want to collect them. And then put a redirect. If they fill this form, where would they get to? Create your form, very simple to do. And then after you've created your form, there is this beautiful thing here that Salesforce did. You click on this 3-dotted icon, click on embed code, and then copy this code. Take this code to your landing page, wherever your landing page is. Whether it's, let's say for example, let's use this landing page for example. Just show you guys an example. I don't know what's on this page. Okay. Now whatever is on this page is not our interest. You just fill the form. This is how the form will look like. Fill the form. And once people fill this form, they get access to join your list. So you can all manage your list from one place, which is your Salesforce dashboard. You always see your list, see the number of people in it. And of course, you can click on view. Just because I don't want to expose people's information, if I click on view, I'll see the detail of everybody I've joined my list. Their name, their email, their number is going to show up. But I don't want to do that because that's me bridging, releasing their information publicly. Okay, but so that's how it works. So very easy to use. So with this, you can then plug into the automation system and then send them messages and responses the way you want. I learned that they're going to add email automation very soon in this application, which is super crazy. So you want to make sure you're using Salesforce to do this for yourself. If you learned something, let me know in the comment section, and see you in my next video.